Caitlin, your thoughts on the game?
I think for us we needed 3 points, and at the end of the day we got 3 points, and I think we're all pretty happy Naho's back.
How were you able to get 3 points? I mean, what are some of the factors that came into your back already?
Yeah, I think for us lately, we've sort of been in a little bit of we had been in a little bit of a scoring rut, and from a backline perspective, the last 6 or 7 games, we've kind of taken it upon the backline. Okay, let's kind of weather the storm and as much as we can, and kind of just commit ourselves to being giving ourselves the best chance to win, and just sort of a recommitment to that. And I think that was completely true this game. I think the backline did absolutely phenomenal, and they just put their body on the line for every ball, every play, and they're just they're such a smart group, and they just keep their heads in it, and they don't give anything up.
Can you speak to the physicality of the game, because even on both sides it was very physical?
Yeah, and I think when you get 2 teams that need points that bad, and Boston's obviously been struggling a bit, and we're trying to make a playoff run, it's going to get a little chippy, and it did, and it totally did, and you just kind of hope that everybody stays healthy, and that the ref can kind of keep a hold on the game, and that's kind of the nature of those games, I guess.
In the first half, you were really facing the sun a lot, and there were a couple of corners and crosses. How was that from a pressure standpoint, even though you already had a 1-0 lead? How did that feel?
Yeah, it was tough. Admittedly, it was you just kind of gotta. It was, I think the hardest part about it was kind of from a distribution standpoint. On a shot, you can kind of block and try and read it. So then I would have the ball at my feet, and I would look up, and I would just see like blobs. So I was like, okay, try and find the blue blob, the blue blob, and hit them. And so that was for me sort of the hardest part. So I tried to just keep possession as much as I could, play shorter passes, not really let their press get us down, because I felt like I was just sort of throwing up 50-50 balls with longer ones, because I didn't know who I was necessarily kicking them to.
If trying to find the blue blob was the hardest part, do you consider yourself lucky in the sense of like any cross or shot that's coming your way, you seem to handle it with pretty much full composure, nothing seemed to really rattle you?
Yeah, I think it wasn't so much affecting me on crosses, I guess. Like from a corner kick perspective, it wasn't too bad. Their one free kick was difficult just because it kind of hung in the sun for a second. So I just in those moments you just like focus in, and then before the game, once we figured out that we had the sun, Ben, my keeper coach, it was just kind of was like, hey, get a read on everything earlier than you think. And it was just like a little reminder, and I think on that free kick, I just tried to I could see the ball, and you can see, the light off the ball, and I just tried to get a good read on it.
How was the distribution with the 3-finger glove?
It wasn't too bad. I mean, I had the ball on my feet a lot. I probably could have done a little better with my feet, honestly, if I'm being hard on myself, but I didn't really see any issues with it.
Can you summarize Nao's returning style with the grace?
Yeah, I mean, she's, coming off a long flight from Japan and does that. I think, everybody's kind of like, well, what will she do when she's not jet lagged? So we're all pretty happy about it.